All right. Thanks for coming all the way to Peabody.
All the way.
All the way to
It's
Peabody.
a long trek. Happy to be here.
There are stretches of Boston Street where I'm pretty sure those are the same roads that are in like cobble. It's brutal, dude. Every time I'm like, why am I on this road? So everybody gets asked the same 3 questions.
Okay.
And I want to lead with you. If people see you walking down the street, how do they know you? How are you known around the city of Salem?
I don't know that. I mean, I've been here. My wife and I moved to Salem about a little under 2 years ago, all the way from Beverly. So I don't really know. I'm trying to get known right now. I don't know. I'm starting to get a name out there. Clerk recently, I went to local store to get some pasta, and I handed the guy my credit card, and he asked me the artist, Mike Grimaldi. So that was cool. That was a first for me. So I feel like I'm starting to get some recognition now. But
So you're colloquially known as Grimdrops.
That's the brand.
Where that's the brand. I like it. Where can people see your stuff?
Grimdrops everywhere on Instagram, Facebook, grimdrops.com. This is my full website. I have a mural up at Goodnight Fatty. That's probably got the most foot traffic of the recent work that I've done. Over at Creative Salem, or Creative Collective rather, in Salem. I'm doing a mural over at St. John's Prep this coming spring.
Cool.
What else? Doing one at Montserrat next week, 301 Gallery on Caput Street.
Okay.
Be installing that next week. So I've got a lot of cool projects coming up. Pride Fest, I'll be painting a mural live on stage
no
June
way.
22nd.
Cool.
And Salem Commons. So, yeah, I'm working on a large-scale painting for Salem Historical Ghost Tours, or Salem Historical Tours and Haunted Footsteps, also in Salem.
Okay.
So, yeah.
So tell me about the life of. Is a muralist too specific? Are you an artist?
I studied illustration at Montserrat College of Art. I graduated back in '05, so it's been taking me a long time to get to. I just started doing murals recently within the past year. Really, in the past year, I did a mural for Salem Arts Fest on Artist Row. So I had a lot of fun with that. That's just sort of, it was really cool to see my work larger scale. It wasn't a huge piece. It was maybe 4 foot tall by 8 foot wide. But yeah, it's a totally different feeling. Usually I've worked digitally for a lot of years on my iPad, on the computer, so you don't really, it's a very different
talk about like taking
feeling.
that small scale and scaling it up
Yeah.
that big. Like how do you wrap your head around that?
So what I did for the first one that I did, the mural in Artist Row, was that basically I had the sketch and I just looked at the sketch and I didn't redrew it. It came together pretty quickly. It was pretty true to the sketch. It's not going to be exact, obviously. So there's different methods. The grid method, you basically separate the whole drawing square by square equally and then just blow it up, have it at the same proportions, but blown up so it'll look identical pretty much. Depending on the room, if I'm able to get far enough away, I can use a projector, and that's going to be 100% true to sketch. Just plug in my iPad to the projector, throw it up on the wall, trace it out, in and out, easy. A mural I'm going to be working on shortly, I can't get far enough away from the wall where I wouldn't be able to throw the image up large enough, so that's going to have to be the grid method. So the pounce pattern method, which is what Michelangelo used, Da Vinci used, that's basically taking your image digitally, printing it out large scale onto just cheap paper, and there's basically a little stick with a wheel and little sharp edges, little pokey things on the edge. You roll over those, outline it. You just take some chalk and a pounce pattern thing, and you just basically dip the chalk onto that, and it leaves where all the dots are left behind. That leaves up the outline of your sketch, and then from there, so the Sistine Chapel, the whole ceiling, that's what was used. That was the method to be used. So, I figure if it works for them, it's been around forever, it's working. So there's a bunch of different methods depending on the situation you're in and how large the piece is that, we'll see what works best for that particular project.
So you say you've only been doing this for about murals for about a year.
Yeah.
So do you think I mean, it seems like it's going well.
Yeah.
Is this your thing now?
This is definitely what I'm most interested in, murals and live art. It's really cool to get the feedback also and being out there in the community. There's so much work that I've done because, graduated Montserrat in '05, so this has been it's almost 15 years in now. I feel
Is
like
this now your day job?
I have a part-time job as a graphic designer at a screen printing shop.
Okay.
So I've never been full-time freelance.
Yeah.
That's the goal, ultimately.
Yeah.
I'm getting there. I'm definitely getting closer and closer.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's definitely been a long process. But everything that I've worked on in the past leading up to this has all helped with the murals, for sure.
Sure.
All the illustration and graphic design, logos, done character design, menu design, billboard signs, gig posters. So it all really feeds in. This is just like another way to show my work, but it's been the most fulfilling for me, for sure. More people are going to see it, I know. I get more feedback, so.
Tell me, you mentioned I know what it means, but it's not a term that I'm familiar with necessarily. You said live art, so that's
Right.
that's painting while people are around.
Yeah, so it would be at like an event I'm going to be doing one in June at a fundraiser for Briscoe Middle School. They're trying to do artist studios in Briscoe Middle School.
Does it affect what you're doing at all when you have an audience like that?
No, I mean at first I was just doing it at open mic nights, and there'd be people doing their music that I would be over to the side just drawing. Terrified at the beginning, just shaking in my boots because
like putting it up where people can see you.
Yeah, and then it's just then I realize I know this is what I do. This is kind of what I've been devoting my life to.
Yeah.
Just art in general. I'm good at it.
Yeah.
People enjoy it overall, so it's just I realize I have fun doing it and people enjoy it, so it's just a good time now. So yeah, it's just something else that can add to an event.
Sure.
Something else going on, something to watch. It's cool because something's there being created in front of people, which is cool to see. Usually a lot of stuff's just behind closed doors, and then the final product comes out, but you can actually watch something be created.
Because I think about an artist at work and an angry Jackson Pollock slinging paint in a room by himself. So adding an audience into a creative endeavor like that.
Yeah, I know what I would like to get into. I do know some artists who do this live art, but they might do it at during a wedding party or birthday party, something like that. It's interactive, so maybe they give you ideas like I want to see this or draw this. So it's really combined.
So it's almost like improv and art at the same time.
Yeah, so I really like that. I'd like to get into doing some of that for
That's
sure
cool.
too.
Yeah. Everybody gets asked the same three questions. You've covered both of them on your own, two of them on your own so far. So the third one is, even though I think I already know the answer, what are you doing to make Salem a better place?
I'm just trying to get my art out there. I think and the murals that went up in the Point neighborhood are just first off, for me as an artist, incredibly inspiring. And I think just for people in general, it just gives you really a good feeling walking through, and I feel like it really shows a sense of pride in the community where you see, people got together to make this happen, and it's just a really different feeling than just blank, old, kind of dilapidated buildings that just seem like they were maybe forgotten about. And yeah, I really feel like it's helpful for the community. So I want to be a part of that. I think Salem's a great place for it. Obviously, the creative space in Salem is definitely, I won't even say up and coming because it's happening now for sure.
Yeah.
So I'm really happy to be part of that. And I plan on sticking around here for sure and get my work out there.
All right. Grimdrops, thanks for talking to me, man. I appreciate it.
Absolutely. Thank you so much.